Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are in the world today, I hope that you are okay. I hope that life is treating you well. And most importantly, my friends, I hope that you are in good health. Once again, once again, my friends, welcome to the Common Sense channel. On this channel, we get to talk about those things that people know, that people have thought about, but don't often have the time to discuss. These, my friends, are the things we talk about here on the Common Sense channel. So, once again, welcome to the Common Sense channel. Today, I want to talk to you about something called power. This is one of those things that we see every day in our lives. And we see people utilizing it around us. But I want to give it a different spin on the topic of power. Here on the Common Sense channel, that's what I do. Um, I don't know, like most people don't know by now that I'm a realist. I bring the same perspective to all of my video from a realist perspective. So I'm going to talk to you about power from a realist viewpoint. So I'm going to break power down into three segments. The first one is that power is pleasurable. The second segment of power for this topic is that power is business. And the third segment on the topic of power is that power is loyal. So I'm going to talk about power from a three viewpoint. So let's talk about power. What is power? Power can be the thing that power your house or the mechanism that you use to power your house. That can be one definition of power. Power can be something that people use that are in authority, like authoritative figure. That's power. But my own definition of power is the ability for a person to control you directly or indirectly. That's power. So, when you think of power, my friends, just think of power as a researcher sitting in the lab conducting his or her research, and in the process is observing the manifestation of their work and finding pleasure in it. That's power. That's how you should see power. So, yes, what is power as far as pleasure is concerned? Those in power, people say, oh, power is not good. Too much of power is not good. And I tell them, you don't understand. You wouldn't understand how pleasurable, how great, how pleasant is power until you experience it. And when you do, you wouldn't want to go back. That's how good power is. On the Common Sense channel, you will not find me repeating or regurgitating any of those cliches because I don't see the world as a cliche. I see the world as reality. And power, my friend, is pleasurable. Those in power, or if you haven't experienced power yet, to be able to direct the movement of things, the reaction of people, the way people think, the way they behave. If anything about that is not pleasurable, I don't know what is. And power, my friend, is pleasurable. It gives you the adrenaline. It gives you the feeling that you are on top of things. You understand? And that's what power is. Those who are in power, or those who are exerting power, often feel that in order for them to get that feeling that they are someone, that they are important, that their entire being is in the minds of people, that people are constantly thinking of them, that without their move, that without their voice, or without their opinions, that nothing moves, that they are the center of gravity, that when they don't speak or say something, nothing moves. Tell me if that's not pleasurable. Power, my friend, is pleasurable. Power, in and of itself, is fun. And that's why those people that are in power, they get to tell you what to see, what not to see, what to read, and what not to read, what to talk about, and what not to talk about. And what makes it so pleasurable that you don't even know it's happening to you. You are like that researcher in the lab, manipulating things, and then getting to watch that thing reacts, or that entity reacts, and getting to see the behavior of that entity or that thing react. There will be more of the manifestation of that thing, and it's pleasurable. Again, you wouldn't know the feeling of that until you are in it, until you are at the other end of that experience of power. Power is great. Power is fun. Power is pleasurable. Now let's talk about why power is business. Everything in our world today is run by business. Those people who are in power, who are exerting power, or who are in charge, and they are running the affairs, the economy, the society, how goods and services are run in the world. Without power, they won't be able to do that. So, if I can get up in the morning and just by saying one or two words, the stock exchange entire future would suddenly change. Tell me, my friend, isn't that power? If I can get up and speak one word and everything just goes up, the stock exchange goes up, or people start to see changes in the price of things, or just by saying something like the president, when the president comes up and speak on a specific topic that has to do with the economy, And all of a sudden, you see all the currencies, all the stocks start to goes up. Like for instance, when the Federal Reserve comes out and says we are going to lower the interest rate, and all of a sudden everything start to change. Every little segment of the economy start to change instantly. That, my friend, is power. When somebody can monopolize a business and say, if you don't buy from us, you cannot buy this product from no other place. My friends, that's power. So power is business. And what's sad about it is that it's not personal. It's all about business. You know what I mean? So, if I want something to, say I want certain natural resource or resource somewhere, natural resource or mineral, and I'm having a hard time getting it from this specific place or location or country, I can move mountains in other forms to get it. Some may see it as evil, but in the world of power, evil doesn't exist. In the world of power and business, ethics is an illusion. Morality is an illusion. In the world of power and business, in the world of power and business, morality does not exist. Ethics, out the door. Only money speaks. So you understand? So sometimes when you're looking at the world, look at the world from a realistic viewpoint. There's nothing wrong with it. Forget about all these cliches. They are just cliches. There are those, it's cliches can be like a lie or folklore or something you say over and over and over for one generation to another. And that thing become true. It doesn't mean it's the truth, but it becomes truth. It becomes the truth. And that's a cliche. But power is business. Those people that have power, they run business. They decide on not just what you can sell or what I can sell to you, or what like today, when everyone wake up for the business day, don't even know where the direction the economy is going, or what the interest rate is going to be on anything, or the price of things going up. You don't have control over that or power over that. You don't. It's a specific group of people that has control over that, and that's power. When I can decide how much the price of a gallon of milk is going to be, and there's nothing you can do about it, or anyone else, or the price of eggs, that's power. Sometimes power in business lies in the state, and sometimes it lies with the private sector. And the private sector can be, some people call them monopoly, some people call them cartel. But I think gangs, cartel, monopoly is the same thing, because they're having control over the price of things. The government in a capitalistic society, yeah, the government has some sway, but the business people, business community or business sectors actually runs the economy. and the government has to roll with them because they produce jobs. That's power. When somebody can pay you and your entire livelihood depends on the services that they're providing to the broader economy or broader community, and you are the ones that are making that possible. So your entire livelihood, it depends on it, is dependent on that. So if that person comes out today and say, okay, well, there has to be some change in my business. I'm in charge. I'm running this business. This is my establishment. So in order for me to make these cuts or these changes, I will have to cut certain amount of people. Whether you've been there for like 10, 20 years, it doesn't matter. That's power, my friend. And it's business. It's not personal. It's just that they have the power to make that change. The reason why is because they have to maintain their business. And that's power, my friend. So power is business. Power is pleasurable. Whether that person is going to gain pleasure out of firing you or letting you go, we don't know that. We will never know that. But business, power is business, and business is power. Here in the Common Sense channel, we talk about these things because we're looking at them from a realistic viewpoint. Understand? So, yeah, that's why I do these things. So, now let's talk about power from a loyal standpoint. Power, my friends, is loyal. Those who are in power or those who are projecting power, they always stand with each other. They are united. And the reason why they are united and they are loyal to each other is because that's how they're going to stay in power. So those in power are more united than divided. They don't go against each other no matter what. They always do their best to protect each other. Because at the end of the day, their business is involved in this entire power structure. Their entire livelihood revolves around the power structure. So now check this out. If anyone, I mean anyone, don't matter who you are, try to disrupt that flow, that loyalty, my friends, they'll take you out because they got to keep it going. Because it's loyalty, power is loyalty, power is loyal. It moves from one generation to another. So if you're born into a power structure, there are other people within that power structure that also have children that are born into that power structure. Most likely, 99% of the time, you end up being part of that structure. So you're going to come up and, hey, I'm going to take after my dad. You don't even need to tell your dad or your mom. You're already part of the power structure, right? So that's that entire structure or cartel or group or gangs or monopoly will embellish you without you even paying anything, without you even doing anything. You are part of the family. That's what I'm trying to say. So your work is already been done by virtue of your parents, by virtue of their loyalty to that power structure. so you wouldn't need to do anything. That's why it's generational, it's transactional. So when you're part of that structure, you give, you keep all the tenants. If everything that they said, that all the policies, you adhere to them. Everything that they want you to do, you do them. Even when you pass this, they bring in one of your kids into that fold. So power is loyal. And the reason for that is to keep it going on in the group. So whatever you see out there, again, as I've always said, whatever you see out there is not what they tell you. Think for yourself. Open up your mind to understanding things. If you don't open your mind to understanding how things work, you will be one of those people that are misled or gullible towards how things work. Power. My topic of the day of this video is real. It's juicy. It's good. It's nothing wrong with power. They say too much of power is not good. I'm not going to say not good. I've never say not good, because I know that anything that's not good is good. It's the opposite. So see the world like that. There's nothing wrong with you seeing the world like that. It doesn't mean that you're deviant. It's just that you're looking at the world for what it is. When I was in college, I read a book. It's called Prince. The author of that book name is Machiavelli. It's an Italian philosopher. The first time I read that book, I didn't understand what it was saying. And I had to go back and I read it. And when I did, I started to understand things. I mean, the images of what Machiavelli was describing in The Prince start to pop out. At some point, I thought he was mad. Then I did some research. I learned that the book itself was almost banned. But honestly speaking, if you look at our world today, if you looked at our world today, you can see Prince written by Machiavelli all over the place. I think Prince is read by those in our society that has power. There is no way you can maintain power without understanding. If you've never read the book Prince, Machiavelli on power, read that. Read Prince. You would see. He talks a lot about power. And you will see our world is in that book. Yes, you cannot run things the way things are run in this world if you haven't read The Prince. So yeah, power is good. It just, you don't want it in the wrong hands. You don't want power in the wrong hands. But how do you know if it's in the wrong hands or in the bad hands or in the good hands? It's just power. You see what I'm saying? So, power is control. Power is the researcher in the lab performing his research or her research and looking at the manifestation of the research and standing there and saying, wow, is this real? Is this real? That's power. And that's how our world is. It's like that lab. And then whoever is in there is manipulating whatever thing they're researching is how power works. So as I've always say in all of my videos, and we'll say this again. Again, I just want to, I had a new subscriber this week. I just want to thank you, for subscribing to my channel and all the people that are still there. You mean so much to me. I just want to say thanks to you. See here, I try to do my thing different, I like, and if you're on here, you're a thinker. It's always good to think. No change happen in this world without thinking. You have to think. And if you're not thinking, something is wrong with you. So if you're on here, that means you're a thinker. If you watch my videos, you're a thinker. And it's a good thing to think. The scripture says you need to renew your mind. When you renew your mind, basically you're thinking, but it didn't tell you to think. They just say renew your mind. That's right there. That's power. When someone can tell you what to do, how to think, how to walk, how to talk, it's power. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video. I wanna thank everyone that watched my video, even those people that continue to stay with me, support me. I want to thank you. I just, from my heart, I know you're great, and I just hope you're learning. There's just so much in our life, so much things that we need to learn, and this time is our time to learn. Don't be afraid of power. If you look, you wouldn't understand until you're in it, and then you understand how good power is. Yeah. When you can control people, telling, when everything that they do had to come through you, is power. Yeah. So once again, thank you. Thanks to everyone been supporting me. As I've always say on all of my videos, and will say again, the greatest thing that can happen to anyone, man or woman, it's not the day you were born, not the day you had your first car, the day you graduated from high school, college, the day you had your first kid, the day you move out of your parents' home. No. The greatest thing that can happen, ever happen to anyone is the day you discover yourself. Because from that day on, my friends, everything, absolutely everything, will start to make sense to you. And that's why I do these videos. I do these videos because I want you to think. Just listen to the message. Think. See the world. Once you start to understand these things, no one is going to manipulate you. No one. Because now you understand. You see the world. See the world for what it is. That you have that power too. To be part of a group influencing your own life and influencing others as they do too, those in charge. Have some of that. Get some of that. Take piece of that. Or more if you want to. Whatever you want to is your choice. Take it. Get the knowledge. Understand of yourself. Understanding of yourself. And think. Thank you so much. Hope you and your family are doing great. I hope that life is treating you well. And most importantly, my friends, I hope that you are in good health and your loved ones as well. Thank you so much and have a pleasant day.